Good evening, everyone. Tonight we will be talking about checker five power plays. And this is Coach Cody again. What is it? Okay, let's get started. What is a power play? Power play, a man advantage. The offensive team gets to increase scoring chances. Penalties can result from tipping, hooking, slashing, unsportsmanlike conduct, etc. Types of power plays. We have a 5-on-4, 5-on-3, a 4-on-3. We can improve the power play by selecting a formation. 2, using skills necessary for each position. 3, slot players into right positions. 4, develop and run drills and practice regarding the power play. 5, allow players to choose the right options. And 6, repeat specific situations. Keys to a successful power play. 1. Outwork the penalty killing unit. Most power plays let up a bit with effort. Make sure you give all your effort to disposition the PK, the penalty killing unit. 2. Give your team momentum, getting scoring chances and shots. 3. Look confident. Never show dejection or defeat. 4. Have 2 units with 2 rooks. Confuse other teams' penalty killing units by having different setups for each power play unit. 5. Win the draw. Face-offs are key on special teams. Win the face-off. 6. Give other players on your team an opportunity to go on the power play. Builds up confidence in players, leads to success. Okay. I will be using the chart to explain this to everyone tonight. Single swing power play breakouts. D1, defense 1, defenseman 1, gets puck behind the net. D2 swings in one corner, right here. Forward 1 swings in the other, right here. Is D1, defenseman 1, or defense 1, goes up ice, right here. So he goes up the ice. Forward 2, right here, and forward 3 move across the ice. So forward 2 and forward 3 are both moving across the ice right here. With both players looking go get open early. So defenseman 1 has to go get open early for puck possession. Options for D1, defenseman 1. Pass to F1, forward 1, which is right here, with the support from forward 2 up here. Pass to D2 right here, defenseman 2, with support from forward 3 right over here, which should be up here. Pass to forward 2 or forward 3 early. So that D2 would need to pass to forward 2 or forward 3 early. Skate with puck and rim it to either side. You can skate it and rim it to either side of them. Dallas Cup. Power play breakouts. D1 stops behind net with puck. D2 swings in one corner. Forward 1 and forward 2 swing in another corner. Forward 1 is slightly ahead. Forward 3 stretches. Could lead a breakaway if D1, defenseman 1, passes to forward 2 on inside angle, trying to split seam between the defense. So effective if D1, defenseman 1, makes a fake pass to forward 1, wide, and passing quickly to forward 2, giving forward 2 speed to go on in with the puck. Defenseman 1 also could, passing to forward 1, who would carry puck with support of forward 2. Pass to defensive man 2, who is getting support from forward 3. Pass to forward 3 early. Rim puck to forward 1 or forward 2. So basically everything I just explained here. Basically everything I just explained it in the previous slide. Here's the diagram to the Dallas Cup power play breakouts. Here's D2, defensive man 2. He's going out for a pass. Here's defensive man 1. He has several options. Shoot it to defensive man 2, shoot it to forward 2, or try to shoot it down to forward 1, which is right down here along to the boards. You have forward 2 right here that is trying to cut up early. You have forward 3 that is trying to stop, it looks like, I'll meet up with defensive man 2. Canuck center lane option. Power play breakouts. D1 starts, so D1 starts with puck down here. Forward 1 is down here. And D2 swing to opposite sides, which is right up here. Forward 2, right down here, carries puck through middle and uses forward 1 or D2 for support. So you can use forward 1, which is down here, or D2, which is up here, for support. Forward 3 clears the line for forward 2. So forward 3 right here clears the line for forward 2 by stretching across the far blue line. Forward 2 enters the zone with possession. So forward 2 is crossing the blue line, which is the zone, and he possesses the puck. Lays puck to outside once defenders are drawn to him or her. 5 back power play breakouts. All players come back to puck. Once last player is back, all 5 players start to advance up ice together. Forward 2 and forward 3 take inside lanes. Forward 1 and defensive man 2 move up ice along boards. Defensive man 1 has option 2. Pass to inside players, forward 2 and forward 3. Pass to outside players, pass to outside lanes, forward 1 and defensive man 2. Defensive man 2 ties to draw a penalty killing unit inside middle. Dishes puck to speed wide. If D1, defensive man 1, skates puck to center, he or she continues into the zone or rims the puck to either side. Basically what the previous slide says. This is the diagram for the 5-back power play breakouts diagram. Here's D1, D2, F1, F2, and F3. D1 can shoot, and it can either go to this way towards forward 3 to forward 3, or it can shoot and it goes this way down to forward 2, or it can shoot and it goes to defensive man 2, or down to forward 1. Drop pass power play breakouts. Late forwards delays long enough to be an option once defense carries puck up over blue line. Excuse me. D1 defensive man 1 skates up middle with forward 2 and defensive man 2 moving up outside. Forward 3 stretches. Forward 1 comes late from deep in zone behind the play. When defensive man 1 crosses blue line, he or she must drag first penalty kill to one side and lay puck to the area where forward 1 is skating into. Penalty killing will slow down and adjust to forward 1. Forward 1 has a lot of speed and should be able to weave his or her way into zone. Forward 2, forward 3, and defensive man 2 have to be careful not to go offside. And here's the diagram explaining exactly what I just talked about. Forward 2, forward 3, and defensive man 2 have to be careful not to go offside. Forward 1 is right here shooting the puck or skating with the puck or shooting the puck down the ice. Defensive man 1 is coming across, stretching across the ice. Winger cross, power play breakouts. Defensive man 1 picks up puck. Forward 1 and forward 2 swing to opposite sides and build up speeds. Forward 3 stretches. Defensive man 2 supports D1. D1 has option to, sorry about that. Didn't see the diagram down here. D1 down here picks up puck. D1 picks up the puck. Forward 1, which is right here, and forward 2, right here, swing to opposite sides and build up speeds. So forward 1 swings this way, forward 2 swings this way, and they're building up their speed. Forward 3 stretches. It can stretches either way. D1 and D2 defensive man 2 supports defensive man 1. D2 supporting the defensive man 1. D1 has option defensive man 1 has option to pass to forward 2 right here or forward 1 with speed on the outside. Pass to forward 2 right here, who enters the zone or redirects the puck to forward 1 or forward 2 right here. Skate with puck and rim it to forward 1 or forward 2. Primarily, all of the plays are going to, all the effort will be right here between forward one and forward two, or vice versa. Up the gut, power play breakup. D2 takes puck up ice in a wide line lane, hoping to drop a defender outside. Right here. As defensive man 2 advances, defensive man 2 looks to pass inside to forward 1. Right down here. Who comes from behind the play and moves with speed through the middle of ice. Forward 2 and forward 3, forward 3, forward 2, stretch. When first penalty killing unit is drawn outside, middle opens up for forward 1 to skate into. Forward 1, the middle opened up for forward 1 to skate into. Second option is to use forward 2 or forward 3 on stretch. Forward 2 or forward 3 can be used on the stretch pass. Reversing the puck, gaining and maintaining possession of the entry. When under pressure, entering the zone, forward 1 stops or delays and reverses puck back up boards where he or she came from. The forward 1 can stop or delay and reverses puck back up the boards to D1. Successful against teams whose strong side forward comes down low on entry. Defensive man 1 must get up to offensive blue line quickly to be ready for this play. So he must get up to here to be ready for this play. You have forward 2, forward 3, and defensive man 2, which are just here for support. Switching sides. As forward 1 enters zone, right here, he or she sees all 4 penalty killing players are on one side of the ice. He or she immediately passes across ice to forward 3. See, forward 1 can immediately pass across to forward 3 up here. Forward 1 has to thread puck through traffic. You got forward 2, defensive man 1 down here, and he or she has to quickly pass it through this traffic successfully. It may be only one option to get. It may be only one option. It may be only option to get immediate uncontested possession. Recovering the dump in. Key is to get all 3 forwards quickly to puck. Once puck is stopped and forwards are in battle for possession, forward 1, forward 2, or forward 3, 1, 2, 3, rims or banks puck back to blue line as soon as they get it on their stick. So forward 1, forward 2, or 3 can rim it, rims, they can rim it or bank it back to the blue line as soon as they get it on their stick. Defense should be ready at corners of blue line and expect a quick rim pass. Penalty kill team will have 3 players in corner of for battle. Give us more power play time to set up. Half boards player. Overload power play zone and zone setup. Key quarterback of this setup. Defensive man 1 playing secondary role. Must slide up and down forwards, distribute puck, and shoot from outside well under pressure. Needs to be poised, calm, and quick with puck. Recognizes where to move the puck. Must be able to move with pressure, protect puck, and make a play. Strong side point man. Another key player in this overload setup. Along with half-board player, he or she will have puck mostly and be the one to settle play down and set up. Keep feet on blue line to create space between you and the penalty killing team. Give time to make decisions, step into a shoot, creating seams behind and beyond. Needs to have shooting mentality and always be a threat to shoot. Score and create changes on the power play with net traffic. When pressured, move puck to half boards or make quick low pass. Low walk player. Feet need to be on goal line and stay close to net in order to attack quickly. Screen goalie or get a rebound. Must be versatile and quick. Sometimes will switch with half-board players, depending on situation. Forces penalty killing team to adjust quickly and creates passing options. Before games, find out how opponent team forces. Ask these: will they pressure quickly with the low defense? Will they hold the front of the net? These are your questions to ask. Netman. Main job is to screen the goalie on all shots and then be ready to play rebounds. Requires courage to stand in front of shots and a lot of skill to deflect them. When puck is moved low, net player should slide out to low slot or back door to wait for the pass. Screening is very important to make the opposing goaltender work to see the puck. Make the goalie's job hard and tough. Sliding back inside D defense provides a release to get puck away from pressure. Supports strong side D defense when he or she is under pressure. Threat to score from his or her outside vision of the penalty kill. Move up and down for far side of ice. Staying in line with possession of puck. Go down far to the goal line and line up high to the blue line. If recovering a loose puck on far side, set up half boards and then briefly work with a setup from there. Back for this slide, I'll be using the diagram. Backside D meaning defense, slide and shoot. Zone option for overload power play. Move puck around to defensive man two, such as up here, I think. That's it. Defensive man two, who slides down backside and looks to shoot and score. So he's sliding on the backside to look to shoot or score. Shoot for a deflection or pass across the forward one for a one-timer. So forward one is one of these right here. More difficult, we'll say it's this one. Let's say it's this one down here. It's more difficult. It won't be for a one-timer. Playback to the forward one is more difficult to play because of the skill required to show off pass. Forward one should be wide and prepared to receive a pass around top of opposite circle. Strong side D shot, defensive shot. Move puck from forward to right here to forward one up here. Defensive man one right here slides across blue line to make a slap shot, arrest the puck, to take a slap shot, arrest the puck through to net. We can either take a slap shot to the net, or he can take the puck and use his wrist and shoot it at. Forward three must be in a tight screen position. Right over here. In a tight screen position. Forward two, forward one, and defensive man two each get ready for rebounds. So forward one, two, and defense man two each get ready for rebounds. Defensive man one must fake shot against teams that block and look to get puck by a screen. Defensive man one must fake shot against teams that block and look to get puck by a screen. Just right here. Defensive man one must have deception along with a good shot. He must act like he is not going to shoot, but he actually does. He or she actually does. Half boards of shots. Forward two moves puck up to forward one, who passes to defensive man one. Defensive man one, forward two, and forward one. Forward two moves puck up to forward one up here, who passes to defensive man one right here. Defensive man one walks across line right here, drawing a penalty kill to him or her. Defensive man one fakes shot and passes back to forward one up here. Forward one should follow defensive man one up half boards right here, staying wide. They have to stay wide of each other. When forward one receives pass, he or she moves off boards and shoots. Forward one receives the pass, he or she moves off boards and shoots. So they can shoot. When forward three screens while forward two and defensive man two converge for rebound. So forward three and forward two and defensive man two converge for rebounds. Role play option, zone option for overload power play. Forward two passes to forward one, who passes to defensive man one. Defensive man one fakes a shot and passes back to forward one, who rolls off the half boards, fakes a shot, passes to forward two. Forward two has option of taking puck to net and shooting. Taking puck to net and passing to forward three on backside or to forward three in slot area. Forward three to be on back door or the slot depends where opponent plays in this case. Forward three goes so opponent never knows where he or she is going. The Defensive man 2 shoots opposite to forward 3 and moves to slot or backside. Forward 2 has option on this play to take puck behind net and pass out to forward 3 or back to forward 1 or 2 or defensive man 2. Basically, they will be they'll be passing the puck back and forth to each other. So forward 2 can shoot it to forward 1, which could shoot it to defensive man 1, which could reverse it and send it back to forward 1, which forward 1 could shoot it back to forward 2, or forward 2 could shoot it to forward 3, or send it to defensive man 2, which could shoot it in the net. Half-force interchange. Important to add interchange so penalty kill's job becomes more difficult. Forward 1 passes to forward 2 and drives net, looking to get puck behind. The forward 1 passes to forward 2, which will drive the net and look to get behind the net. If there is no play, forward 2 cycles up on boards, so he can come all the way down here to the boards, and starts to look for new options. Then he'll start to analyze where he needs to be, or who is open in that area. Forward 1 replaces forward 2 low. Forward 1 replaces to forward 2 low. The forward 1 replaces to forward 2, and they will low down here somewhere. Sliding D interchange. More complicated. Adds a lot of confusion to penalty kill's alignment. After defensive man 1 slides along blue line and passes back to forward 1, the defensive man 1 wants to move to a net. When defensive man 1 goes to net, forward 3 slides out to side. Defensive man 2 moves up top on blue line. Forward 1 makes quick play. You may use any of previous options. Defensive man 1 holds a strong position at net and remains there until a goal is scored or a puck is cleared. Another confusing play, I understand, but I will help you get through this. Forward 1 can shoot to either forward 3 down here, which is probably his best option, or forward 2 right here. And defensive man 2 can shoot either to forward 1. Forward 1 would probably be the best bet. Defensive man 1 will meet up with the defensive man 2, and they will try to shoot in the net. Right and left side half boards. Players 1-3-1 power play. Now we're getting into some more technical but good stuff. This is all technical, but we need to learn it. Step up with the right show on left boards and left shot on the right boards. Let's say right shot. These two players are known as the quarterbacks. Both has to be a threat to shoot or fake shot and pass. Must be calm under pressure. Work up puck to the high D box. Don't force players through box. Often open up after recovering a rebound. Mid-ice point man. Defense must keep feet on blue line to allow more room to make a play or step into a shot. Slide a long line with a deception while looking to find an open lane to net. Quickly work puck from left to right if shot isn't there. Look to shoot the puck again. Slot player. Defense slides in or a forward who plays defense and then moves into the slot area. Move into this position once puck is under control. Player must be ready for a quick release shot and from the other side a shot pass. The play where the outside player shoot to the stick of the slot. Player for a redirect on the net. Slot player moves around in space to distract the penalty kill team. Player must be ready to support both half-forward players when they are in trouble. Netman plays net area unless support is needed to set up the puck out. May release to strong side for a low pass. Potential to make a quick inside play. Player has to be ready whether high players are shooting or whether they need a low option. Stay active and get into shooting lanes at the right time. Point shot. Zone action. For a 1-3-1 power play. Forward 1 passes to defensive man 1. Forward 1. Defensive man 1. Forward 1 passes to defensive man 1. Defensive man 1 passes to forward 2. Down here. Down here. All player who passes back to the defensive man 1 for a shot. Forward 1 shoots it back to defensive man 1 for a shot. May be a one-timer depending on what shot the defense is. All players should fake a shot before passing. Forward 3 keeps a tight screen. So forward 3 is protecting the net basically. Defensive man 2, forward 1, and forward 2 down here converge on the rebound. All right here. Half forward's a shot or a cross-ice pass. Forward 1 passes. Forward 1 passes to defensive man 1. Is down here. Defensive man 1 passes to forward 2, which is down here, who has option of shooting or passing to forward 1, like up here. Cross-ice seam will be available. More difficult option to execute. Skill level required to thread pass across ice and one-time the puck. Good deception from forward 2, down here. Create forward 2, create an open lane to forward 1 in here. Forward 3 keeps a tight screen, protecting the net. D1, forward 1, and forward 2. D1, forward 2, all converge right here on the rebound. Inside play. Forward 1 passes to D1. Forward 1, same as the last one, just a little bit different. Passes to D1 right here. Who passes to forward 2 down here. Forward 2 fakes the shot and passes inside to defensive man 2 right here. For a one-time or redirect play. This play can be made from either side of the boards. D2 must be ready for a pass at all times. D2 must be ready for a pass. Forward 3 keeps a tight screen, checking that again. Forward 1 and forward 2 converge on rebound. Forward 1 and forward 2 converge on the rebound right here. depending on what shot defensive man 2 is. So depending on what the situation is that defensive man 2 decides to do. This may be an opportunity for a quick release shot or shot pass deflection. So you could quick release it and shoot it in, or you could deflect it to somebody else and shoot it in. Low release play. Forward 1 passes to defensive man 1. Defense 1, forward 1. Forward 1 passes to defense. Run it out of the end of the ice now. D1 passes to forward 2. D1, forward 2. Forward 3 releases from the net. Right here. Forward 3 makes an inside play to defensive man 2. Oh. Defensive man 2 right there. Forward 3 makes an inside play to him. Right here. Because the defensive man 2 or backside play to forward 1. So they could backside it and shoot it back to forward 1. Forward 3 also could take puck to net. You could also take the puck right to the net right there. Tough to defend against. 2 blue line defensive men. Split power play. Two defense on blue line. You to keep feet on line to generate more space between them and the penalty kill. Once puck is moved up top, quickly relay it from D to D, defense to defense, to spread out penalty kill. Work puck from left to right while looking to shoot. Defense may slide along line with deception to find an open lane to the net. If there isn't much time or space, wrist shots to the net are also good. Right and left side half boards players split power play. Players set up and operate in a similar way to the 1-3-1 power play. Left shot on right boards. Right shot on left boards. Both players should be a threat to shoot or fake the shot and pass. Stay calm under pressure. Number 1 option is to work puck up to the high defenses, especially when being pressured low. Don't force plays through box. Often play through box with open. Through box will open after recovering a rebound. Netman. Split power play. Netman should stay at the net unless support is needed to settle puck out. May go down for a low pass. Stay active. Get in shooting lanes at right time. Support half-forward players when they're in trouble and under pressure. Settle puck out when pressured down low. Relay puck behind net to the opposite half-forwards players. Defense to defense. Point shot. Zone options for a split power play. Forward 1 passes to defensive man 1. Who passes to defensive man 2. So forward 1, defensive man 1, defensive man 2. Forward 1 passes to defense 1, he passes to defense 2, defensive man 2, defensive man 1, forward 1, defensive man 2 slides down a step for a shot. It slides down for a shot. Maybe a one-timer depending on what shot the defense is. Forward 3 keeps a tight screen on goalie. So forward 3 is protecting the goalie from both sides. Forward 1 and forward 2 converge on rebound. Forward 1 and forward 2 both meet for the rebound. If shot is low, goalie will have trouble keeping the rebound from going to one of the side players. You'll have trouble stopping the puck, basically. Team should be defense to defense and back. Zone options for split power play. Forward 1 passes to forward 2. Forward 1 passes to defensive man 2. Excuse me. We'll get it wrong. Forward 1 passes to defensive man 1. Who passes to defensive man 2. Down here. D2 slides down a step for a fake shot. D2 slides down here for a fake shot. Defensive man 2 passes back to defensive man 1 up here in mid-ice for a shot. And defensive man 1 tries to take a shot. Maybe a one-timer depending on what shot the D is. Forward 3 keeps a tight screen, protecting the net. Forward 1 and forward 2 converge on rebound. Same thing as the last slide. They converge on the rebound right here. Defense to defense, cross, seam, pass. Forward 1, up here. Passes to defense 1. Right here. Who passes to defense 2? Down here. Defense 2 slides down a step for a fake shot. Slides down, same thing as before, fake shot. Defense 2 passes to forward 1. Back up here. For a one-timer or quick release shot. A little bit different. Forward 1 has the option to do a one-timer shot or a quick release shot. You can try to shoot it in. Forward 3 keeps a tight screen, protecting the net, protecting the goalie from both sides. Forward 2 converges on rebound, except forward 2 is the only one rebounding now. Double seam pass. Forward 1 passes to defensive man 1. Forward 1 passes to defensive man 1. Over here, it looks like. It passes to defensive man 2 up here. Defensive man 2 slides down a step for a fake shot right here. Defensive man 2 passes to forward 1 up here. Actually, no, down here. Section. Who fakes the shot and passes across ice to forward 2 for one time or quick release shot. So it passes to across the ice to forward 2 down here. No, up here, direction to a one time or quick release shot. Forward 3, taking the net. Forward 1 converted on the rebound. Right up here. Slow release play. Forward 1 passes to defensive man 1. Right here. Passes to defensive man 2 down here. Defensive man 2 slides down a step and passed back to defensive man 1 in mid-ice. That's something different. He passes it back to defensive man 2 in the mid-ice right here. Defensive man 1 fakes a shot and passes to forward 1. So he can fake the shot and pass it back to forward 1 up here. Forward 1 fakes a shot and passes it low to forward 3. Over here. At the side of the net. Forward 3 takes the puck to the net or passes to forward 2 down here. right here. It passes to forward 2 and the back door. Right down there. Now this is going to get confusing, not just for you, but for me as well. So hang on there. I'll explain this as I go. Forward 1 should be a right shot, and forward 2 a left shot. So forward 1 should be a right shot, and forward 2 a left shot. Over here, options with defensive man 1 and defensive man 2 being left shots. So defensive man 1 and defensive man 2 left shots. D1 and D1 to D2 to forward 2 and quick low pass across the forward 1. Number 1. D1, D2, forward 3, and forward 1. No, forward 2, excuse me. There's forward 3. So basically in a circle. D1, D2, forward 2, back to forward 1. Defensive man 1 to defensive man 2 to forward 2 and a pass to forward 3 in shot in slot number 2. Forward, I'm looking at the wrong one, excuse me. Defensive man 1 to defensive man 2 to forward 2 and a pass to forward 3 right here in slot. Forward 1 to defensive man 1 to defensive man 2 for one time and shot. Number 3. So we got forward 1, defensive man 1 to defensive man 2 for one time and shot. Forward 1 can pass directly to defensive man 2. Forward 1 can pass directly to defensive man 2 for a one-timer shot. Forward 1 can pass directly to defensive man 2 for a one-timer. You can also do it for a one-timer too. That was number 4. Oh, excuse me. Goal line 2, 2, 3, 5-on-3 power play. That's what that one was. Motion 2, 3, 5-on-3 power play. Motion creates confusion. Penalty kill gets good at staying in lanes that some movement might be needed. Defensive man 1 and defensive man 2 both left shots in 2 options. Forward 1 to defensive man 2 to defensive man 2. Forward 1, defensive man 1 to defensive man 2. That's number 1. After faking shot, defensive man 2 slides flat across the ice. Defensive man 2 moves behind defensive man 2. Defensive man 2 can shoot pass down to forward 1 or forward 2 for a quick shot, or pass back to defensive man 1 for a one-timer, forward 1 to defensive man 2 and back to forward 1. Defensive man 1 escapes to front of the net. Defensive man 2 escapes, slides across, and forward 2 moves up high. Forward 1 can pass to defensive man 2 or forward 2 for a one-timer to forward 3 on the backside, or to defensive man 1 sliding in. Basically, this confusing thing. Turn the lighting up a little more. Forward 1 shoots at the defensive man 1, or shoots it to defensive man 2, or shoots it to back to forward 1, or can shoot it up to forward 2, or forward 1 can even shoot it around to forward 2 over here. And forward 3, excuse me, is protecting the net. Same thing down here on this end, just a little bit different. A little backwards, we'll call it. Defensive man 2 can shoot or can meet the puck here from forward 1. Yeah, forward 1, which can go up this way and get there. Or he can shoot it down to forward 2. And defensive man 1 can cross and grab the puck. You have forward 3 that's in motion that has to protect the net and the goalie at any time. Has to protect the goalie at any time. Umbrella, 5-on-3 power play. Defensive man 1 is a right shot. Defensive man 2 is a left shot. Forward 1, is a right shot. Both low plays, forward 2 and forward 3, sliding and out as a screen and a low pass option. Options set up includes forward 1 to defensive man 1 to defensive man 2 for a one-timer. That's number 1. Forward 1 to defensive man 1 to defensive man 2 and back to forward 1 for a one-timer. Number 2. Forward 1 to defensive man 1 to defensive man 2 and back to defensive man 1 for a one-timer. That's number 3. Forward 1 to defensive man 1 to defensive man 2 and then low to forward 2. We can pass to forward 3 or back to defensive man 1. That's number 4. And I promise you we are getting close to the end of this. If you have any questions, again, you'll have my email or a way to get hold of me. Yeah, forward 1, passing to defensive man 1, passing to defensive man 2. Because there should be in between forward 2 and forward 3 down here. You have forward 1 here, passing to defensive man 1, passing to defensive man 2, back to forward 1. And you have forward 2 and forward 3 here, both touching the net. You have forward 1 here, passing to defensive man 1, passing it to defensive man 2, passing it back to defensive man 1, and shoot it in the net. Forward 2 and forward 3. You have forward 1 here, passing to defensive man 1, passing it to defensive man 2, passing it to forward 3, passing it back to, forward 2, back to forward 3, yeah, down to forward 3, shooting in the net. Box, 4-on-3 power play. Need to ensure one of low players is in a screen position. When defensive man 2 or defensive man 1 or defensive man 2 shoots. Both forwards and both defenses should be opposite shots. Defensive man 1 passes to defensive man 2, who passes to forward 1. Forward 1 passes across to forward 2 for a quick shot, number 1. Defensive man 1 and defensive man 2 can also pass the puck back and forth, looking for a one-timer. That's number 2. Penalty kills will overplay one-timer shots up top and leave a quick 2-on-1 low for the forwards. Basically like before, just in a different pattern. You got defensive man 1, shooting defensive man 2, shooting to forward 1, shooting down to forward 2, shoots in the net. You have down here defensive man 2, no, defensive man 1 shoots to defensive man, no, defensive man 2 shoots it down to defensive man 1, which shoots it back to defensive man 2, which can shoot it in the net, try to shoot it in the net between forward 2 or forward 3, or forward 1 and forward 2. Excuse me. Umbrella, 4-on-3 power play. Yeah. Umbrella, 4-on-3 power play. Defensive man 1 is a left shot, defensive man 2 is a right shot, and forward 1 is a right shot. Forward 2 screens in front. May move around slightly. Generally stay in high triangle setup. Options. Forward 1 to defensive man 1 to defensive man 2 for a one-timer. Forward 1 to defensive man 1 to defensive man 2 and back to forward 1 for a one-timer. Forward 1 to defensive man 1 to defensive man 2 And back to defensive man one for a one-timer. Forward one to defensive man one to defensive man two, and then back, then low to forward two, who can pass to defensive man one or across to defense or across to forward one. So we got forward one passing to defensive man one, passing to defensive man two, trying to shoot in the net, or down to forward two, trying to shoot in the net. Then you have forward one shooting to down to defensive man one, shooting down to defensive man two, and back up to forward one, trying to shoot in the net. Then you have forward one trying to shoot it in, no, defensive man one, defensive man two, excuse me, is trying to shoot it down to defensive man one, which could shoot it down to forward one. The way to go, try to shoot it in the net. Then you have forward one trying to shoot it, or forward one shooting down to defensive man one. And then you have defensive man two trying to shoot it either way to forward two, forward two, or shooting it to defensive man one, or shooting it this way to defensive man one. We have videos on here for you to watch. Please do, because they will help you understand this better. We have a YouTube video for power play videos. We have separate power plays and systems videos down here. Thank you for your time, and hope to see you guys. Hopefully, I'll be teaching you all this summer. Coach Cody, have a nice night.